guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Dominique and I'm so excited because same shirt, same day, different video. So if you guys watched a previous video that I uploaded on my channel, it was the part 1 of my first year in real estate, what every new agent needs to know. This video is going to be part 2 and it is going to be called my first year in real estate, what every new agent needs to do in their first month. So part 2, so kind of like what I learned in my first year, what I should have done in my first month, but then also what I still learned in my first year. So let's get into it. So guys, these are super quick, super easy. They're just something I think everybody needs to as soon as you get in real estate. And this is kind of even before you necessarily get your license or right as you pass your test and you are looking to find your brokerage, find your company. It's just kind of that middle segue. The first month your license is active or it's about to be active because you're choosing a company. Let's go. So number 1 would be build your social media presence. Social media is massive today. It is huge. I have social media, any social platform that exists known to man, I'm probably on it. You can probably find me. With that being said, don't forget to follow me right here on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the above, and subscribe to the channel. Social media is huge, and if you are not a part of social media, I'm telling you right now, you're missing out. We are in a digital age. I don't care what anybody tells you. Digital social media, it works for marketing, for branding, all the above. I've gotten clients off of social media. I'm closing deals off of social media, all of the above. So get on social media. It is going to be essential for your real estate career. Now, if you're looking to get your license hung somewhere, so that means you just finished your test, you've passed it, yay, you haven't hung it anywhere, but you're looking to put it somewhere, you need to interview brokerages. And when you interview a broker, you're interviewing them, not vice versa. You're taking your happy clappy self, putting your certificate up that says this is my real estate license and hanging it in their office, not vice versa. So when you go in, you need to ask questions about what you care about, what you want to know about, be honest with yourself. What do I want to know about this place? Why do I want to be here? What am I looking to get out of real estate? My biggest advice is when you go to a brokerage, you need to be asking, what is the training? How are you going to teach me? What am I going to learn? Because that's the biggest thing that can kill and really waste a lot of time in your real estate career is not knowing what you need to know and what you don't need to know. The real estate exam, as everybody's probably told you, nothing on that test matters when you get into real estate. Period. I don't remember half of the stuff, honestly, on my real estate exam that I took 3 times before I passed it. It's not an easy test either. I will be doing a video on how you can pass your real estate exam very soon, so stay tuned for that. But don't worry about that. Get through that, pass it on, go on. Training is very important because what you know and what you're being taught and how well you're being trained to be in real estate will make you sink or swim in this industry, because it's a competitive industry, it's oversaturated, there's a lot of real estate agents, and you want to stick out and you want to know your stuff. So find out training, find out what kind of resources they offer. Everybody wants to worry about the splits, which, don't get me wrong guys, don't get me wrong, it's very important, but you want to find out about training and then worry about, okay, how much am I making? Fair enough? Okay, so yeah, find out about the training. So this is a big one. This is a really big one because I feel like I have had a roller coaster year in a good way. I feel like every experience that I've had over this past year has made me who I am. I'm very grateful to have experienced all of it. But that point is going to be comparing being solo as a new agent or being on a team. Personally, I feel like each of them has their pros and their cons. You know, everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality. Everybody has a different take on why they do, and you know how they're going to get to that long-term end goal of being very successful. If you are looking to join a team, which I don't think if you're a new agent you have to join a team, I really don't. As long as your brokerage has adequate training, your brokerage really has a lot going on for people that are a new agent. Even if your brokerage has a mentorship program, that's better, honestly, in my opinion, than being on a team, because with the mentorship program, you're still independent, you're on your own, but you have a mentor that's helping you. They may take a little cut of the commission. You may have like a 70-30 or 80-20 split, you know, or if you're lucky, a 90-10. agent, and they just kind of instruct you, walk you through it a little bit. If you have questions, you reach out, but you still have your own autonomy towards your business and can do whatever you want within legal guidelines. So finding, if you're gonna go solo, that's fine as well. You don't have to be on a team if you're a new agent, but if you just have to be on a team as a new agent, make sure you go interview 2 to 3 members of said team that you can get time to get coffee with, get lunch, and have at least a 30-minute to an hour conversation about the team, how they're being treated, kind of what's expected, what's going on, just to get a full picture of the team, because talking to the team leader, you may not get the full picture of what the team is actually like because the team leader is biased towards their team, if that makes sense. So finding out kind of a full paint a picture of how this team works, what's going on, and do I want to be a part of something like this. Being on a team, I feel like the pros to being on a team would be potential leads. So if your team buys leads or they have some way of outsourcing leads, that's great because, you know, you can get leads, you can start out, kind of get, you know, your feet wet, get the ball rolling, and learn a lot. Some teams have a built-in transaction coordinator. Transaction coordinator just does the contract to close. So once you get it under contract, they handle everything else from title, earnest money, everything like that, paperwork, utilities, just to the end. You're just showing up at the closing table, giving your closing gift if you choose to do so, and congratulations on your new home. That's a pro of being on a team. Next would be resources for marketing are provided. So the teams that I have been experienced with, they provided marketing for my signs, they provided marketing for business cards, a lot of things like that. And then also support system. So a lot of teams offer support system. They offer a lot of, you know, camaraderie, and everybody's for you and they want to support you and help you grow, and you can gain some training. Now, another thing, maybe if you're more for the solo route is great. I'm solo now. I was on 2 different teams when I first started. Now I'm solo and I love it. I absolutely love it. Being solo brings you a lot of flexibility and freedom, and I think that's great based on your personality type. If you're the type of person that needs a lot of motivation, people pushing you, you need like accountability all the time because you're not going to do anything, you probably need to go with a team. That is great. There are people in like years into their career that are on teams. That's totally fine. But if you're more of a self-motivated worker, you kind of want to do your own thing, you want to build your own brand, you want to have your own type of form of how you work, solo was the route for me. So I love it. Being solo, you can have your own business, your own hours, lots of freedom and flexibility, full credit for your transactions, which I think is huge. I know a lot of people will probably say they don't agree with me, but that's fine. That's your own opinion. I personally think that credit does matter because there are people that literally will not work with an agent if they've never sold a home before. They will look at your stats. They look at your numbers. Don't let anybody tell you the numbers don't matter. They don't look at anything. No, they don't. Yes, they do, because the person telling you that looks at numbers. So don't even fall for that. But you have credit, you're building your brand, you're building credibility, you're building like, oh my gosh, she has sold, or wow, she's done this. Like, it's building, you know, it's your business. That's what you want it to be. And long term, it's going to build something stable, and your business is built on rock instead of built on sand. Better split with your commission. Sometimes when you're solo, you don't have to worry about a team split. You don't have to worry about paying for the team's leads, all this different stuff sometimes that you really don't want to deal with when you're on a team. But better commission splits. You can generate your leads how you want to. So say you want to do social media, you can really focus on making videos, doing social media, you know, trial and error it, play it by ear, and you can do that. If you want to do open houses, you can do all the open houses that you want. Nobody's questioning why you're doing so many open houses. No one cares because it's your business and you're doing exactly what you want to do. Next is, or the last thing for this would be the free choice of resource for your business. So you design your cards how you want them designed. You design your signs how you want them to be designed. You market yourself how you want them to design. Your posts look like you want. You have your own logo, like it's your own thing. Now you are under a brokerage. If you're new to real estate and you don't know, you are under a brokerage, which is a company. So they have logos, they have guidelines. So always make sure you're in compliance with whatever your state is that you're in, to know what you should post, what you shouldn't post, anything like that. Really do your research, do your due diligence, because shifting, or I'll say transferring transitioning from one brokerage to the next or one team to solo can be a lot sometimes, especially if you're big on social media and really trying to market yourself and doing a lot. You're gonna find it's kind of annoying to have to rebrand everything, make new business cards, make new flyers, make new cover photos. It just is a lot. So when you make that decision, you want to be very sure about it, and you want to make sure you've done your due diligence, do your research. Don't be ashamed to be like, I need to think about it. No, let me wait. Never be afraid to say no, or give me a minute to kind of think it over, because it's your business, it's your time, and this is something that you're putting your blood, sweat, and I'm serious about the tears into to build. Take your time. Being teachable is huge in real estate. So your first month, you're looking at it, be teachable. Find yourself a mentor, maybe somebody that's experienced in real estate, and they don't have to be like 20 plus years in the industry. They can be less than that. They could be a year, 2 years in. Everybody has something to offer of value to be able to tell you, coach you on, and to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I know what I'm doing. She taught me something. So finding somebody that's willing to help, and some people even, depending on how much they're making or kind of what they want to do, it's up to everybody. Some people even compensate you for doing showings for them, or doing open houses for them, or for covering for them for, I don't know, some meeting or something, or doing a presentation for them. You're licensed, that's completely legal. You can do all of those things, and some people will pay you. So it's just about finding the right person and knowing that, they want to help me, and they kind of also want to pay me too. But even if they don't, learning is really huge. So finding somebody that can mentor you and kind of show you the ropes early on and let you fly from there. And the last point, guys, and I cannot stress this point enough, so please listen very carefully. Staying consistent in whatever you choose to do is going to be the key to your success, period. If you don't stay consistent, you're gonna fall off. Everything works. If you like cold calling, which I hate, so you're not gonna find your girl cold calling anybody. Cold calling, I don't do that, because it all works. It's just about consistency, time, and I promise you, in this industry, again, if there's a lot of I'm doing everything, I'm not seeing anything until it just literally drops in your lap. And wow, it's a very, what you did here is gonna show up here. So you gotta stay consistent, you gotta stay in there. Don't give up, don't get discouraged, don't give up. So if you're feeling discouraged and you're feeling bad, you know how to contact me. Hit me up on Instagram, text me, reach out and call me. I'll help you feel better. I will help you feel better. You can do it, you gotta stay motivated, you gotta stay in there, and I believe in you. So yeah, so guys, this was just my part 2 of what I learned in real estate in my first year. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and what every new agent should know they need to do in the first month. The first month is so important for you, because that's really getting you started, and you start to build a pattern off what you did the first year, because that's what I know. I'm going from here, I'm going on, I'm going forward. You gotta stay in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't want to ramble too much, but don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of the above. You know how to contact me, you know how to find me. It's on the screen right now as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Something for what it is worth.